Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here really quick to talk about my CNA skills, the state test. So first of all, I did pass, so I am really excited about that. I was like so daggum scared to death that I wasn't going to pass it, but I did, which, like I said, I'm excited about. But anyway, so the first thing that I wanted to come on here to say that is the people that had put like all these videos up for the skills and stuff, and I just googled CNA skills like test and it would pull up all these skills. So that was a huge help for me. So if you're doing the CNA thing, if you need some extra help other than like your school, because you could only get so much, help there in so many hours. So going over to YouTube, like the YouTube, and type in CNA skills test and a bunch will pop up. So I would watch those videos for like, I guess 2 months now. I would watch them like from one front to back ever so often, because to me that really helped me to like understand it more. And so I did that, and make sure that you study, like daggum study before you have your test, like hardcore, because sometimes like on the written test, like some people get to different tests, some are easier than others. Like me and this other girl got 2 tests totally different than the other girls, because we had talked about it after when we were done, and they're all computerized. It's like 75 questions, and you can only miss like 12 or 14. I think 12, I'm not for sure. But anyway, so the questions are mine and Misty's were very hard, and I don't know about the other girls. They said theirs was like, sorta, but like we got some pretty hard tests. And you have like, it's multiple choice. There's four answers, and I think there's four or five. But anyways, pretty much there's some that you can get the answer and but pretty much you have 2 that could be right. So you have to sit and think, reread the sentence over, and make sure you're doing the right one. So that's something that, I realized. And I was so concerned whenever I went to do my state test yesterday. Yesterday. I was so concerned about skills, because I'm a very like outgoing person. I can sing like in front of people, I can like talk and stuff. But when it comes to like being tested on a test, or like, having to remember something and doing it the right way, I totally like shut down. And so I was so scared to death, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna do my written test first, because you can pick. Got in there, and I sat down, and the first question was horrible. And you can bookmark questions, meaning you can like save one and like save over like in this little corner until like you're done, to where you can go back and like rethink on the question or whatever. I ended up with like 12 or 14 of those in the bookmark section, and the ones that I thought that I did right, I was still concerned that they were wrong. So I knew then that, oh my Lord, this test was going to be, it was going to be something. So, you have like an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes to do it. So I went over the bookmark questions, and then after that, I just went back from 1 to 75, and then I would go from 75 back down to 1. I'll just click over and keep going over my questions, because those questions were very difficult. But anyway, so I got done with that. Onto my skills. Like the skills, you can only do one at a time at the test center that we done, like one person, and then there's like the teacher in there, and then the person that we're using. Some you have mannequins on some, but like for like the other stuff, you have a real person. So whenever I got in there, I was like, it happened so fast that I can't even remember all of it. Like it was just like go. And so I got in there, and I remember being so nervous. And they call out your skills and everything. So I got hand washing. Everybody has that. I had making an unoccupied bed, nail care, bedpan, input and output, and then I had catheter care. So I had been watching catheter care over and over and over, because I just somehow knew I'd end up with that. And so I was like, okay, I got this, when she called them off. But I was so nervous. Like, you don't realize when you're so nervous how much you can forget, So got in there, get to doing my skills and stuff. Start off with hand washing. That was simple as pie. Getting over to making an unoccupied bed. Well, the darn bed sheet didn't fit the bed, because they've been moving stuff around, and like some of the sheets don't fit those beds. So I was getting nervous, and I'm like, excuse me, this bed sheet doesn't fit this. And she's like, don't worry about it, just, you know, do like you would do if it was the right size. So I demonstrated the folded part and all this mess. So I got a little bit behind. That laid me back. Guys, just make sure you go in a flow and get back to back. So, and then I made it to like the pillow where you have to do the alligator clamp and get it on and all this stuff. Well, I had somehow I had problems getting that thing on, but I got it on. And then, so I got all of that mess done. On to the last skill was catheter care. So whenever I done that, I realized that she told me, she's like, you have 10 minutes left. So she knew that it was going to be back to back. Catheter cares, there's a lot of steps to. And so here I am, I'm like, I said out loud, I have got to hurry. So I gathered all my supplies and stuff, done the skill the way I was supposed to. Make sure that you do the bowed steps. Make sure you do locking under the beds, like whatever skill you have. There's bowed steps. Make sure you get those and you'll pass it. That's the main thing, the bowed steps. So needless to say, we had to wait until 3 o'clock today to find out if we passed or not, which I told y'all that we did. But you could be focused on worrying about the skills and worried about if you're going to pass that part, and then thinking you're going to be doing fine on the written test. You need to know both of them. Like, make sure instead of focusing so much on one, focus on the whole thing, because you could be like me and it all switches on you. I was more concerned then on the written than the skills part when I got out of there. It was like a very long waiting process, but we made it through it. I passed, and I'm so thankful for that. Just, if you're going for CNA or whatever, just don't give up hope and just try to breathe. I know that sometimes it's impossible, but if you do what you're supposed to when you go to class, go in there and study, and don't be afraid to step out and do the skills, like to demonstrate it, because that will help you more than anything. You might think you might look crazy or whatever, but if you get in there and do that, then it's going to help you in the long run. I would always like, you know, be like, hey, I'll do it, you know. Some of them I was more laid back, and then I got chosen anyways because I guess she knew that I couldn't do it. But I learned so much through the CNA course, a lot of things that I didn't even know, like, you know, book wise. But now when you get to written test, make sure, like, say, you know, you have all of these like tests to go over, and then you have like all of the highlighted stuff in your book to go over. Make sure that you go from point A to all the way to the end, because you may get something tricky, and whatever you went over, something further in that book, you may get questions on. That's the thing that, you know, you just need to know. Because one of my questions was like, what was a cradle bed or a bed cradle or something like that? I didn't know. I had no clue what it was. So that was one that I missed. But anyway, so I am now certified CNA. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so thankful for the people that, you know, stood by me and encouraged me and prayed for me and stuff like that. But guys, don't give up hope. And this is like a huge step for me, because, you know, I've always, you know, wanted to be like in like the nursing field and all this stuff, and I so have the heart to help so many people, and this is just like a step for me in life that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, guys, if you need like the help with your skills, I would totally recommend, don't hesitate to ask questions to your friends, whoever you're going to school with, to the teacher, whoever, because they're there to help you, and you will make new friends during the process. And like I said, the skills part, if you need help, go on over here on YouTube and Google it up, and like there's some people on there that demonstrated it so well. And the ones that I did, like the main top two, I will try to link like 1 or 2 of the videos below to where y'all can click on it and just go from there, because I'm sure once you click there it'll pull up. But they were a huge help for me during that time. But just have faith in yourself, have confidence. Even though you think that you can't do it, just trust and believe that you can. Just focus. When you get to the questions, you know, like I said, there's always 2 that it could be either or. Make sure it's the one that sounds the correctest. like say, like if you read one of the two and it sort of sounds off, you better go to the other one, because more than likely that's what it's going to be. And another thing, say if you got all your stuff done and there was a few there that you thought that was right, like more than likely was right, and you keep going back and going over it because you're second guessing yourself, sometimes you can really screw up doing that as well. So what I did, the ones that I knew that was right, I didn't fool with them. And even if I thought that it was right, but in the back of my head I thought that it was wrong, I left it alone. But the ones that you don't know at all, one of the two, go back and focus on those, because you have a long time to do the test, like almost 2 hours. And I had some left over. I think I had like 20 minutes left. But yeah, guys, if you're looking forward to doing this, I remember, guys, those of you that, and there'll be people to look up CNA, like testing and all this. I was sitting in y'all's shoes looking and looking at people that had passed their test, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait until, you know, that will be me. Like as soon as y'all finish this up and you do like videos and stuff, you'll be sitting here and telling the others that, hey, you can do it, believe in yourself, and have faith. Just have faith, study, don't slack off. And like I said, whenever you're asked to do a skills, don't be shy, just step out and do it, because when it comes down to it, guys, when you have to go and like do the skills, you're there one-on-one with them. And so you might as well sort of loosen up, have a good time with your classmates whenever you're doing the skills part, and just learn, you know. Just if you mess up, guys, I said urethra for urethra. But like, you know, y'all know me, those of you that follow me and that, you know, family and friends that follow me here, I'm just a mess. But and then I ended up with catheter care, and I'm like, that's sort of awesome, guys. But yeah, don't be afraid to mess up or say something wrong, because, you know, it's life, and we all, you know, have our little faults and stuff and mistakes, but you'll get a kick out of it. You will learn so much. And whenever we did our, I know this is supposed to be, I planned on just doing like the test part and skills and all this mess, but whenever I did my whenever I did the clinicals, we went to the nursing home for 2 weeks. I fell in love with those people. All of my the ladies that I went with, we fell in love with them, and you learn so much. Like, there's so many things during your clinicals that you learn that you wouldn't even think that you would learn. And so those of you that maybe are about to step in that, be aware that, not in a bad way, but you will experience some things. And I'm just saying, in the nursing field, y'all know, but I mean, if you don't have the heart for it, and if you're just doing it for a payday, I would recommend not to do it, because, you know, these people are people that, you know, need our help, you know. And a CNA job, I've done like, you know, home and assist, like aid and stuff, so I've been experiencing that. I've never worked in like a hospital or a nursing home, but I know that you're going to get your hands, you know, you're going to be messing in some stuff. And so, you know, it's not a clean job, it's messy. So, you know, that's just something that you have to, you know, you should already know whenever you're coming into this. And it's just, you know, helping others is just a big blessing for me. If I'm helping somebody during the process, and I'm not bragging on myself by no means, but I could be going through something or whatever, and I get so rewarded to see that I've been able to help encourage somebody, or, you know, help you know, someone along the way in care, you know. And so this is just something that I'm thankful for. I passed my CNA, and I can't see if y'all can see me or not, the sun's beaming down. But guys, don't give up hope. Keep the faith, and just take baby steps. So one of these days I'll be looking back and I'll be an RN. So, you know, you got to take baby steps. I just have a couple more, like 3 other things for RN that I got to do, and then I can apply. But right now, this is where I'm at, starting off from the bottom. Anyways, guys, I'll link those below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.